What's happening, my Jack family? Coach Scott here, jacked40.com and shredded40.com. Recently had a question from a fellow subscriber to the Jacked After 40 Life YouTube channel who was asking for some tips on how to get a better night's sleep. He's really been struggling with his sleep, on average only getting 2 to 3 hours a night. It's affecting his libido, among many other things. Now, if you've been following my channel for any length of time, you know that for most of my videos, I am drilling home the importance of getting an adequate amount of quality sleep each and every night when you're trying to get shredded after 40. Reason is that without it, your testosterone levels are going to be lower, your appetite is going to be increased, and most of the weight that you're going to be burning, your body has a preference for burning muscle instead of fat when you're not getting an adequate amount of sleep. So there's are just a few of the important factors of why you should be getting an adequate amount of sleep, or at least focusing on improving the quality of sleep and the amount of quality sleep that you're getting each and every night. I won't go into detail about all the other eye-opening reasons about why us men over 40 need to prioritize our sleep, but I highly recommend to read the book Why We Sleep. And I previously recorded a video kind of breaking down the highlights of this book. I'll link to it up above and down below, so check that out after you watch today's video. The most important thing that you can do to improve your sleep is to establish a consistent sleep-wake schedule. This is weekdays and weekends, trying to keep it as consistent as possible 7 days a week. Sure, there's going to be some variations from time to time, and that's okay, but you want to be consistent most of the time. And you're going to find when you establish this structure, this routine, you're not going to need an alarm to wake you up in the morning. It's going to be automatic. I haven't used an alarm in the past 3 years, and I am up within minutes, usually within 5 minutes each and every day, automatically without the alarm, mainly because this structure is set in place. Now, here's some tips to help you establish a consistent sleep-wake schedule. Number one, you can begin by supplementing with melatonin. Now, this isn't something you need to do over the long term. It's just to get the ball rolling. Now, some people are under the impression that melatonin helps them get a deeper night's sleep, a better night's sleep. That's not the case. Melatonin is simply a signal to your body that it is time to start getting ready for bed. It's time for sleep. Now, this happens naturally within our body. When the day starts to get darker, the evening starts to get darker, our body naturally produces more melatonin to signal our body to go to sleep. Now, unfortunately, our modern society sets us up to delay that natural release of melatonin into our bloodstream. When the sun starts going down and it starts getting darker outside, we make it brighter inside. And we also have electronics that emit light as well, the television, our phones, our laptops. One thing we can do with our phones and our laptop is midday shift it from the blue light that emits and makes us feel more alert to a more yellow or reddish tinge that has a more calming effect on us. You can also, if you do plan on watching TV in the evening, you can wear some yellow tinted glasses, blue blocking lights, which can help as well. It's maybe not ideal, but if you do enjoy winding down at the end of the day with your spouse, with your partner, it's something that you may consider to help you, again, calm down. Now, unfortunately, our modern society sets us up to delay that natural release of melatonin into our bloodstream. When the sun starts going down and it starts getting darker outside, we make it brighter inside. And we also have electronics that emit light as well, the television, our phones, our laptops. One thing we can do with our phones and our laptop is midday shift it from the blue light that emits and makes us feel more alert to a more yellow or reddish tinge that has a more calming effect on us. You can also, if you do plan on watching TV in the evening, you can wear some yellow tinted glasses, blue blocking lights, which can help as well. It's maybe not ideal, but if you do enjoy winding down at the end of the day with your spouse, with your partner, it's something that you may consider to help you, again, calm down. But ideally, if you are really making sleep a top priority, I highly recommend that you try to make it as dark as possible in your home in the hour leading up to bedtime. You can have some dimming lights. You can make it non-negotiable, like no electronics are on at all. Not only will that avoid any light emitting into your eyes, but it's also going to eliminate the mental stimulation. I mean, even if you're saying you're watching TV to unwind, there can be some things in that TV program that trigger your brain. It gets it rolling and kind of can prevent it from shutting off when it's time to get into bed. Definitely, if you're on your laptop and your phone, there are plenty of triggers, especially if you're on social media. It's very easy to, so even if you've got the yellow and red setting on your phone, you could get stimulated by conversations. You can get worked up and have a tough time letting that go when you crawl into bed. But establishing your consistent sleep-wake schedule begins much sooner than an hour leading up to bed. For me personally, it begins right after dinner when I get out for my evening walk with my furry homie Chief. Getting outdoors just grounds me in the moment, really overwhelms me with a sense of gratitude. Then I get home and I do a brain dump. I just try to get rid of any thoughts that may have popped in my head during my walk, any thoughts that are in my mind, and I like to have my to-do list set for the next day, because I found that if I don't have that in place, I'll get in bed thinking, oh my God, what do I gotta do tomorrow? So I don't want anything on my mind when I crawl into bed. So a good brain dump in my journal and a good to-do list, so I already know ahead of time I'm waking up, I know what needs to get done. Then I move into some self-massage. So this is the point where I'm going to dim the lights, keep it as dark as possible, do some self-massage, which is going to relax me as well. I use a massage gun most of the time, massage out any knots, which is going to relieve some tension in my body, again, helping calm me down, relax me. Sometimes I'll read a book with a dim light over that book, or just make sure I'm in that last little bit of daylight that's outside to read my book out there. That calms me down. Then when it's time for bed, I mean, sometimes I will hop into a hot bath and then or take a hot shower. You step out of the shower, your body temperature cools down. Just that drop in your body temperature can have an impact in triggering that sleep response and release that melatonin into your bloodstream. Then at the point I get into bed and I'll pop into a meditation audio, which once again, some of the first cues in that meditation audio tell me to let go of any thought from the day. Now is the time to relax into a deep sleep. So just that reminder that, all right, no matter what's on my mind, I let it go. What's most important in this moment is getting a great night's sleep. And then that meditation just triggers me to relax into a deep night's sleep. And touching on a couple things that I just mentioned, when you are in bed, it really helps to have the room temperature very cool. 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius tends to be ideal for having a great night's sleep. If it's too warm in there, you can be tossing and turning. Too cold, you're gonna be shivering. So 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius seems to be a great temperature for a great night's sleep. The other thing, again, I mentioned darkness. So if your room isn't very dark, you may want to invest in some, like an eye patch, eye covers to make it dark in there, or have some light blocking window shades. So try to make it as dark as possible in your bedroom. If you find that sound keeps you awake, we've got some earplugs here. I've got happy ears. Now, earplugs aren't my favorite thing in the world, because if I do roll over on my side, it can be a little uncomfortable. So trying to find the right earplugs. These ones are pretty darn good. A lot of people don't notice them in their ears. They're very small, very non-intrusive. But I have found every once in a while, if I roll on my side, it can just push in there, and that in itself might wake me up. So finding some good soft earplugs can be very helpful. For me personally, I do like the sound of a fan. I find it very relaxing, but I do find that my dog sometimes, hearing his clickety-clack claws on the hardwood floors, can wake me up in the middle of the night when he's moving around. So having earplugs can be very helpful for not waking up in the middle of the night and just improving your overall quality sleep throughout the night. Some other things to consider when trying to improve your sleep is to limit your caffeine intake to first thing in the morning. Because for some of us, even an afternoon coffee can hinder our ability to fall asleep at a reasonable time at night. Another thing to consider is to limit your alcohol intake. I recorded a video recently that talked about like getting shredded after 40. If you're drinking alcohol, it's not gonna have that much of a negative impact on your fat loss or your muscle building, but it will affect the quality of your sleep. For some people, they would like to wind down at the end of the day with a drink. They find it relaxes them, calms them down, and it even helps them fall asleep. But the problem with alcohol is that it hinders your ability to get into that deep REM sleep. And that's what's really important for us to repair our muscles, to grow, and really important for our memory. So although alcohol is okay in moderation, I do recommend that you limit it, keep it at a bare minimum. For those reasons, because deep sleep is really important for so many aspects of our overall health and our well-being. So up to this point, everything we talked about will help you establish a consistent sleep routine, but just as important is a consistent wake routine. So trying to wake up at the same time each and every day. And it's very important that as soon as possible upon waking, get outdoors in sunlight. And some research has also shown that being active earlier in the morning is going to help you have a deeper sleep at night. I think there was a study that showed exercise at 7 a.m., 1 p.m., and then later in the day. And the group that exercised first thing in the morning, 7 a.m., had a deeper sleep at night. So you want to kill two birds at one stone. Do what I do. Get outside for a sunrise walk. I'm getting that sunlight, making me feel alert and energized. Also being active, moving, which is going to make me feel alert, energized, grateful, grounded in the moment. But it's going to help me get a better sleep at night, better quality, deeper sleep in the evening. So for a quick recap, the most important thing that you can do to improve your sleep is to establish a consistent sleep-wake schedule. You can begin by supplementing with melatonin, which will signal your body to get ready for sleep. I recommend that you have a consistent wind down routine each and every day where you dim the lights, keep it as dark as possible in your home, and you do things that are going to calm your mind, calm your body. When you get into bed, make sure the room is nice and cool, 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius. Make sure it is dark in there. If it's not dark, you can use an eye patch. If you find that noise disrupts you or keeps you awake, you can wear some earplugs as well. You want to limit the caffeine intake to first thing in the morning, limit alcohol intake, and your routine starts first thing in the day. So get outside, get in sunlight, get active, and just live your life to the fullest, being grateful with each and every moment. I hope you enjoyed today's video and found value in it. If you did, please do me a favor and smash that thumbs up button. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching today's video, do him a favor and share it with them. Thank you to the subscriber who submitted that question. If you have a question yourself, be sure to drop it down in the comment section below. Again, share your thoughts, share your insights, share your experiences around sleep and your body transformation, getting shredded after 40. Before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. Catch you in the next video.